So you want to learn how to do a full coverage makeup without making your makeup look cakey or feel heavy or even look like you have a ton of makeup on. If that sounds like you, this video is for you. Hi guys, my name is Christine. I am a professional makeup artist. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to get that full coverage makeup look, but avoiding a lot of mistakes that a lot of people make when it comes to applying full coverage makeup. Okay, so today I'm going to use this foundation. It's the Luminous foundation from Revolution. I will tell you something about this foundation. It is not full coverage. It is like a medium, if that, foundation, but I'm gonna show you guys how to get a full coverage with a medium coverage foundation. The reason I think this video is so important is because a lot of people come into our store all the time and they always want full coverage foundation because they feel like that's what they need to cover their dark spots. The first thing that I will tell you guys is try to treat your dark spots or age spots or whatever before you feel like you want to cover them. And the reason I said it is because eventually if you're not treating them or taking care of them, they're going to get worse, and then it's going to be a point where not even makeup will actually work for that. So before you get to that point, I always tell people, try to target your problem areas first before you try to cover it up. The next thing that I will say is a lot of times when people use full coverage makeup, it tends to be cakey because they don't know how to apply it if they're doing a full coverage makeup, or the products that they're using is totally wrong for their skin. So like I said, this video is specifically for people who have dry skin, normal skin, or mature skin. The reason is if you're oily, this is not the makeup routine for you. If you're combination oily, this is not the makeup routine for you. The reason I say that is because I've seen a lot of videos that are on YouTube, TikTok, whatever, and there's nothing wrong in watching those videos. But you want to take things that comes from people that are not professional with a grain of salt. And the reason I say that is because there's a difference between knowing how to do your makeup and knowing how to do makeup on other people. And another reason why I say that too is because as a professional makeup artist and a skincare expert, I spend my whole day correcting misinformation. And so before we get to that point, I want you that's watching this video to just take advice, if it's not from a professional, with a grain of salt. Not saying that there might not be something you can learn from a video that you can use, you know, to better off your makeup routine or whatever. I'm just telling you that if you see something, don't take it as gospel if these people are not professional. So back to what I was saying. This right here is the foundation. You want to make sure, and as you guys can see, I am not using a primer. That's another misconception and another lie that people tell you about makeup. You don't need a primer. A primer is designed for specific makeup needs. That's the only thing. I don't use a primer even when I'm doing makeup professionally. It's very rare when I use a primer on a customer. So I'm going to show you guys this right here. It's a skin tint. And I'm using a buffing brush because how I'm going to apply this, my skin, even though I'm going to make this full coverage, it's going to look like my skin. People won't even know that this is a full coverage makeup look that I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to take this. I can put it on the brush first, whatever. Apply. Oops. And the first thing you want to do is kind of like buff this into your skin first. This is going to make your makeup, your skincare, and your skin become one. That's why I said it's better when you don't use a primer, because you cannot apply makeup like this if you're using a primer. All right, next step. This is it right here. You see that coverage? You see how that evened out my skin tone? Looks really good. Now this is where you're going to get the coverage. Since you have product here and you're probably even going to go in with concealer, you want to avoid the entire under eye area and around here. So you're going to take the little bit of foundation that you got. This time you're going to tap only the outer part of your face. And remember, this is a medium coverage foundation. It's a buildable foundation. You notice I'm using a brush and not a sponge. Why? Because a sponge is going to soak up some of that product. Therefore, it's going to be removing the product. You're not going to get that full coverage with it. So I'm going to keep using the brush, and this time I'm doing a tapping motion. Why? Because I'm getting the blend as I'm applying the product, and the blend is happening directly where I'm placing the product on my face. That's going to make sure that I get the full coverage that I'm looking for. Look at this. Look at this side. You see the difference? Look at all that glow. And yes, like I said, this is not the makeup routine for those of you who are oily, because we're going to be glowing. All right, so you see how I told you guys to not focus on the inner part of the face? So you just kind of want to keep it on the outer part of the face. This is how you get full coverage without looking cakey. All right, so I want to know, whenever you guys do makeup, if you have normal skin, if you have dry skin, and if you have mature skin, do you prefer to have a glow like this, or do you prefer to have more like a satin look to your skin? Listen, the closer I get to 40, the more I realize I want more skincare than anything else, because I'm trying to age gracefully, y'all. I'm trying to age gracefully. All right. So that's the foundation. Then you're going to go in with your concealer, whatever one that you prefer. But if you have dry skin or if you have mature skin, you want a concealer that is hydrating. So the concealer that I prefer is the one from Too Faced. It is very, very, very hydrating. Like, I do love it. So I'm going to leave that and let it dry down just a little bit before I blend it out, and then we can go from there. Using the Dibs brush, go in directly with the product. I like to apply this like in the center, or you can even do it most on the bottom end of it, so that the bronzer is on the lower part of the face. And then, of course, use that to be the bronzer. This had become my ultimate favorite bronzer, y'all. Like cream bronzers. I had not been a fan of cream bronzers until I start using the Dibs bronzers. And then I'm going to get me a little bit of contour to my nose. Like I said, look, nice and bronze. Now I'm going to go in with a blush, but I like more of a orangey blush, so I'm using the blush from the Dibs one. This one is the color Saturn Sky. I need to get that blush from that other brand. I do like it, but this one, the Saturn Sky one, is so pretty on my skin. It just makes me look so like copper, like a coppery, warm, orangey. I don't know. And it's just like one that I've gotten to love. I'm blending out this just so everything is blended. Take your concealer again and just focus on the outer part of the face now, just to blend this out. Same one, the powdery one or the cream, whichever. And just apply, blend out that concealer. See, I'm literally using my fingers to blend out that concealer. Like, I don't know why makeup has to be so complicated. It does not. If you know how to do it, it's like totally, totally simple. And that's the Dibs blonde bronzers and everything else. This is the highlighter that I have on. Put this highlighter here. Look at how everything just looks nice and blended. But this right here, look at the foundation. Remember, we have a full coverage foundation, but nobody would be able to tell because of the way that we applied it, right? All right, so for the final step, just to make everything come together and look like my skin, you do need a setting spray or a fixing spray. In today's video, I'm going to use a setting spray and a fixing spray because tonight I'm going to be home and it's going to be until after 9. So I want my makeup to stay in place all day long, especially if I'm talking to people about makeup. And this is the Morphe setting spray. And no, that Morphe setting spray does not make your makeup last. It actually helps your makeup to merge into one. Okay, so after applying the Morphe setting spray, I'm going in with the Revolution fixing spray. This is going to make this makeup not move. It's going to create this shield over this makeup so that when I talk, when I laugh, whatever, it's going to stay flawless all day long. So here goes. I need to get another one too because I'm almost out. And when this is dry, I'm going to come back and show you guys what everything looks like.